A name means a lot of things to people, but literature is what defines Africa. So if you ask me, why don't you say literally? Education is a problem. You are talking like that because you feel whatever thing I say, I must make it clear that it was literature. But in Africa, we don't tell you that we're speaking literature because you have to read in between the lines. And that is what I want you to know. And if you're an African child that is truly know your root, you don't ask me to explain it literally because you must understand in between the lines. That is Africa for you.
Let's now delve into other books you intend to launch. And one of them you mentioned was a scorecard on Tantita Security Services of Nigeria. You say it's re-evaluating and harnessing the impact of Tantita Security Services on Nigeria's economy and oil sector. Let's have you scale and expand on this book. Specifically, why have you written this book? And why do you believe all of these things you've said in your intro? Impact of Tantita Security Services on Nigeria's economy and the oil sector. You think that they've had a considerable impact?
Yeah, words are powerful. All that we're trying to do here, there is a rationale behind it. Because if you truly want to know a man, then you study his background. And that is what the colonial administrators did. They have to study our background. And our conversation today, you know why it is like this? It is fractured by two different individuals. I'm coming from somewhere. You can understand the power and the passion and the stream because I talk this way. What your father told you is what my father told you. So different people, different backgrounds, different educational backgrounds and different. So there is need for us to clash in order to unite. So I can understand the beauty of what we are doing here. It is a war because for the first time we are telling the people what they understood as Oru as a demon, Oru as a juju, and he said Oru is the name of God. You know, you have to fight a lot of battle, and that is what I want to make the public clear, that I'm not writing Tombolo's biography. What I'm talking about is about our ancestral beginning, about us, about our ancestors. And let me equally tell you, Henry, and the public, that I've not been paid one dime from what I'm doing. It is like a son. Ashebe said, if a man comes to your high father, it is my right to defend Tompolo. It is Tantita's scorecard and allow me to say, let me be brief. The Tantita scorecard we have today is more than a contract to remind. The last time I came, I said, Tantita as a company supposed to be looking at how much gain, because it's a company, it's a business, and every businessman is looking at how much gain he's going to make. But for Dr. Tompolo or Kirsten Pondit to be rooted to the problems of the people, to share their benefit and everything with the people. Because if a man cries, you cry up to Tompolo, you cry up to Kirsten Pondit. Kirsten Pondit, Tantita is the saving grace of this very Niger Delta. That's why the Niger Delta is enjoying the peace we're enjoying today. And Kirsten Pondit is the savior of the Nigerian economy. Why? Because if you give, the best security method for a man is to give the security to the man that owns the oil. And Yaradua was so careful that he got it right. That if I give this thing to the owners, I will get it right. And he give it to Tompolo, and I think we're enjoying the peace we do. So the best security method is to give the security of a place to the people. Because some years ago, something happened in China. China had the biggest and the strongest wall. But one day, China was invaded. And the question was, how did it happen? They bribed the gate men. Because it was to invade. You give and bribe the gatekeepers, and you will have your place. So invasion comes.
I believe the insight listeners, viewers will be looking to glean from the book would be the title itself, the scorecard you say that you are trying to show to the public. And you might not exactly give all of the scorecard because time is limited, all right? And that's the reason you've written a book about it. But we expect that you drop 1, 2, 3 scorecards, things that make you believe, you are convinced that Antita is the savior of the Niger Delta.
Or celebrating.
What's
So
that?
you want me to talk about the scorecard and
One,
some
two,
score.
three. The things that make you believe that Tantita is the best for Nigeria. Tantita has been doing well in Nigeria.
So I'm trying to tell you that Tantita is a gift. Because when a man gives you a gift, you should understand that it's a gift. And that is why I talk about the Tantita scorecard. Why am I talking about it? The scorecard here is a public opinion. It's a public survey. This is not Tantita talking. This is Gesikeme Akparakara and stakeholders of the Niger Delta talking. Because if you fail, it is our place to say, sir, you fail. Because you've been appointed to govern a people. It is the people's right to say you fail. So the scorecard is a public opinion. It is not Tantita that's talking today. It is the people that spoke that Tantita, this is our scorecard. We give you 80, we give you 70, we give you 50. Some scored 100, depending on the individual scorecard and perception. So talking about Tantita scorecard, like I said before, you can't be a testifier of your own glory. You needed one to talk about it. And if a son or one that is close to Tompolo, one that is close to Kesimpo, they come in to say, yeah, Tantita has done good, I think that is wrong. Because a son cannot stand and testify for his own father. Because they knew and they think because of where you are eating from. I am not an employee of Tantita.
Well, you are religiously attached. You are inclined to the Oru tribe, and you worship what Tompolo worships, and it's only.
I will tell you if it's wrong.
Think that, yeah,
I will tell you, no. That is where you are going, and that's where the public is going.
Maybe the spirit also will communicate. There is need for you to share this message to the public. So yeah, you know.
Okay, the spirit of Oru.
The spirit could, yeah. You are a deity. You said it last time, right?
Every son of Izon nation is a deity.
You have said that the last time. So maybe it's the spirit communicating to you. Do this thing, and so that's some sort of inducement there, right? No,
I understand.
Maybe you're not getting financial benefits immediately. It could be the spirit doing something for you in the spiritual realm. I'm speaking spiritual already. Would you look?
Oh, now you are coming back home. You are coming back like an African child. You know, talking about Tantita. Once upon a time, the Niger Delta was a battlefield. The federal government has their own benefits. Because the oil price is stable. But beyond that, there is what the Niger Delta should celebrate for. That a day like this has to come. That you don't walk and go through the waters of the Niger Delta without your enemies attacking you. Sea piracy was the order of the day. And the calmness and the peace and the love and everything came because Tompolo as a man stood for the Niger Delta before Tantita, and it was done selflessly. Talking about Tantita's scorecard, and the reason why we want to subject this whole thing to the theme sustaining the vision and the development agenda of government of Wizard Bambulo, the Izon agenda. I think Aaron observed something. So many of the Izon nation people feel Tompolo is a worship of the deities. They don't see him beyond that. But I came up with this, that no, Tompolo is a worship of a deity, but is a man that prays and at the same time he plants. He's a man that worships and at the same time he walks. So the development is not development agenda of Tompolo is not for Tompolo alone. We needed collective minds to work with this dream. And that is why I'm bringing in the Kingsley Cuckoos, the Toddlers, the Governor General of the John Nation, Senator Doedri, the Enikins, the Samuel Umbukus, to work hand in hand with this collective dream. So the Izon agenda is not for Tompolo alone. It's for all of us, including the children. Enjoy the economy. Look at the oil price. You look at everything. And somebody said that you look at everything. And somebody said that Tantita's scorecard relies on the public opinion the people have. They may not know because it's like a king coming back to earth. So you will ask the subject, what have I done? How comfortable are you of what I'm doing? Like some people give their 70%. That Tantita, yes, have done well, especially for welfareism. But there is something that they want to observe. That when Tantita is destroying the bunkeries and whatever, let them not burn those things in the forest. But we're looking at the economic survival of the people. And you say that Shell has failed because of oil gas flaring. And why are you burning the same thing? Talking about, a perspective. So those are corrections that Tantita should be taken home to be amended. So the scorecard depends on public's agreement and disagreement.
Let's delve into it. How many barrels per day are we currently producing in Nigeria? And would you say that this is enough really to give Tantita?
The guest speaker of the day, because PLO Lumumba said, don't give your all.
You don't want to give your all?
That's what I'm trying to say. Our guest speaker on the 27th of August is coming from the United States of America, Kabowe Akamande, one of our best. And he's going to treat those answers on the 27th of August. So if you want to hear more, come to Ijo House on the 27th. And I think all this
will want you to give us little. You have, pardon me, but you've gone around, but you did not even touch on one of the scorecards. You just said that
we are preparing future, and that future is right there before
It's fine
us.
if you're not going to delve into it. I guess that brings us to the book you wrote about Alamesia in the Face of History. And what's this one about? Dethroned and enthroned. Is that reflective of when he left government, and at what point did the enthronement happen? I'm curious now as to the idea behind this book, Alamesia in the Face of History, Dethroned and Enthroned.
Yeah, Alamesia in the Face of History came at a point of his life when he had been dethroned. And the title came from an incident that happened. Alamesia in 2012 called a professors of some literary field, men of different environments. We came together. He called a meeting for us to talk about himself, and this is how he started it. He says, like Jesus asking his disciples, what do you say I am? And that team was made up of Shiftike Okorotie, we call him the sage. Shiftike Okorotie was something else. We had Professor Azaiki Steve. We had Nengi Hela, one of our best writers, yeah.
Nengi La.
The Pope pen.
Now you have mentioned somebody that I know that I reckon with a lot.
Yes. We had Professor Etekbe. So it was a team of writers, and I was the youngest of them all. And we were looking for a title. And the net was thrown open, and a lot of people came with their own titles. Nengi Hela came with the title, the Governor General of the Nation. And Alamesia said, no, I don't want to go to that road again. It was that road that cost me my downfall. So Governor General, no, I don't want to go to that road. Professor Tekbe came with his own title, and they said, no, not good enough. And it came to me, and they said, Akparakara, what do you have? And I said, Alamesia and resource control. And they said, no, that title is too poor and too porous. And I asked for one more, like Oliver Twist. And they permitted me to give the second one. And I said, Alamesia in the Face of History. And Professor Sivazaki said, wow, that is it. That he had a similar title, titled Alamesia versus History. But he felt mine is better coined, so let us work on my title. And Professor Sivazaki is like a god to me. It is like the heaven and the earth. We can't pair. Professor Sivazaki is an encyclopedia of wisdom. I call him the global prof. So it is like God coming to earth to live among men. So when he accepted my title, that was the first time I know that Azaki is a salt of human kindness. So that was where the title came about. Alamisi lived and died, and here am I, feeling that I owe him that right to talk about his book, and I think that is the essence of Alamisi in the face of history. So it's about the rise and the fall of Alamisi, about these encounters with Obasanjo, about his fight, about his strong decisions that he made, walking into the militant camp when the gun was going on, and he said, I will come in, and they told him, if you come, I will shoot you. Alamisi said, look at them and said, no, I'm the Governor General of the nation. Why won't I? And he stepped into the boundary with the guns shooting and none penetrated the skin. And that was how they addressed me, the Besu governor, by Obasanjo. I think that is the essence. So,
okay, beyond that, the downfall of Alamisi, what does your narrative tell about that? How was his downfall? Who did your narrative blame for the downfall of Alamisi?
Yeah,
was it something he caused by himself?
It's okay. I think I could be wrong, because Alamisi gave us chapters to write about, and I wrote a chapter that Alamisi was a bad politician, and he came into the room, and Okorotie said, no, we won't show him this chapter. So he saw us dragging on something, and Alamisi said, what are you people dragging? What are you holding? And he saw the document I wrote, that Alamisi is a pawn in the Nigerian political system. That Alamisi is not supposed to be a politician. Alamisi is too real to be a politician, because in politics, you must have to aim before you take up your bow. Alamisi is that man that if the people are that give him the right to speak and tell him, go and tell the king that your face looks like the face of a chimpanzee, Alamisi will go to that man. Mr. President, my people said, you look like a monkey, and come back home. But a real politician won't give that. A real politician should be diplomatic. A real politician should understand his aim. But Alamisi can't do less. So when he saw that, he said, Akparakara, let me give you some money for your lunch. You said the truth, that nobody else is there or good enough to say.
So Alamisi knew you were writing about him.
That is what I mean. It was a project that started from his very heart. So he said, Akparakara, you know why you are right? That I am not supposed to be a politician. Those are his words. That a politician should learn how to lie, but I can't lie.
Well, he has military background. Maybe that's
he was. He was a squadron commander. A politician should have the ability.
And then he dropped to play politics.
Yeah. A politician should know that should learn how to call black white and white black, but I couldn't do that. That I had my encounter with Obasanjo because of that. Because Ribaldo told me that go and apologize to Mr. President, that Obasanjo was angry with them, with you and Eburi. So Eburi had gone to apologize. Alamisi said, you should go and apologize too. And Alamisi said he went to see Mr. President. And immediately when Obasanjo saw him, Obasanjo started to foam. That Alamisi said, you want to take my job? You want to take my job? And Obasanjo said, you and Atiku want to take my job, right? And instead of him, he's saying this, those are his words. Instead of me to tell him to apologize, I told him, you can't do otherwise. You are leaving the seat because the constitution said so. And Obasanjo said, Alamisi, you will hear from me. Alamisi thought it was a statement. But to Obasanjo, that was a statement of declaration of war. You will hear from me, Alamisi. Alamisi came to the meaning of that statement when they got him at the airport. And he knew that I've been framed, that I've been walked into a conspiracy. Obasanjo said, Alamisi, you will hear from me. And truly, Alamisi heard from Obasanjo.
So you blame
felt everything.
You blame Obasanjo for the ordeals Alamisi went through, not for his personal choices in government, but the allegations leveled against him, mismanagement of funds and all of those.
Yes, that is what I mean. It was, I give you a statement, that Alamesiya later got the meaning that you will hear from me. The enemy is coming to attack you.
You're given the statement diplomatically. Are you also not okay? Well, you're not a politician. You are a writer. But
why do you say I'm not a politician?
Please correct me if I'm wrong. You are a politician.
You are wrong again, because you are giving me words.
Good.
That is trying to.
Please scratch that I said that. Scratch it. Yeah. You are a politician.
Every human being is a politician. I cast my vote, and that's my political right.
You're actively playing politics.
It doesn't matter. That is another word of the English. I have a problem with the vocabulary. Everything they give it to you cast your vote, and that is a political right. And somebody said you are not a politician. I disagree.
Yet again, we are debating. I think this is not to make you feel a certain way, but I think it's argumentative now.
I understand. Two different people.
Let's focus on the issue so we don't get argumentative, right?
Okay.
You almost made me lose the thrill of thought. I've got
It's deliberate.
Yeah. It's deliberate. Mr. Akparakara.
Oh yeah, it's deliberate. It's war.
Okay, in that case, you view everything as well, but hey, it's not war. We're having a conversation. Alamesia, do you believe when they said that Obasanjo, many people say Obasanjo is responsible for his ordeal, I'd like you to say in black and white, yes, I believe strongly Obasanjo was responsible for all of the ordeals that Alamesia went through. And even when Goodluck came back to power, and somehow it seems as though Alamesia was back in Bayelsa State, we started hearing talks of Obasanjo, Goodluck's, Alamesia's cases. I mean, the allegations, we started hearing such talks, resurfacing, and before you know, Alamesia passed. Do you blame Obasanjo? Do you hold him up? Is there someone else that you could blame? Beyond Obasanjo, many believe there are those in Bayelsa State amongst us in the Izon nation that helped to sell Alamesia to those who dethroned and messed him up.
Yeah, that's right. What makes me is what I have. A man can only give what he has inside of me. So the way I'm talking is because of what I took in. Garbage in, garbage out. So whenever time I talk, I love to give references to things. Those things I see, those things I hear.
I would argue that, but it will be argumentative. So let's leave.
It is my right to say it. You can attack me.
I won't. I won't. I promise.
I gave this name to Dr. Kingsley Kuku, whom I see as an idol. And when he saw the book, let me use this line to answer your question. You're not here to say Obasanjo was right. Alamesia was pure. No, that's not what I mean. We want to learn from our mistakes and our past. Alamesia said he had a problem. And his problem was he cannot call white black. And he's not supposed to be a politician. So sometimes you look at yourself and look at the errors. Not to blame, but to learn from it. When I gave the book to Dr. Kingsley Kuku, and he looked at the face, and he said, oh, Alamesia, the Governor General of this nation, an imperfect man with a beautiful soul. Oh, Alamesia, all his life he was a zon. That is to tell you that he was not a perfect man. What defines beauty is not perfection. Because it is wrong for us to make good an enemy of perfection, because you must be a good man to graduate to be a better man. So Alamesia was a good man. Alamesia was a beautiful soul. Alamesia set the record straight in what we have today. Alamesia was our all. Alamesia was a zonism. Alamesia was a god.
We do not have much time. I asked the question, you played around and yet did not answer the question, but it's fine if you're not looking to answer it. We'll just take
if you don't get it, don't blame me now.
It's okay. People would say that you're responsible for what you say, but the way I understand it, I'm totally responsible for that. So let's be hopeful also that the way the audience understand it, they understand what you're saying, and they've already gotten the picture of what you're saying. So as not to shoot yourself or maybe indict yourself or maybe say things that might to hurt you later. We understand all of this, so it's fine. So you don't implicate yourself. Let me say something. Let me ask a question that you may see as maybe petty. I don't know if petty covers the term I'm trying to explain, but there are many who believe that, and I am asking this question so we can make a clarity for the generations who did not quite live in the time of Alamesia's ordeal. people who believe that Alamisia dressed as a woman, did you cover these aspects in your book, where they say he dressed as a woman to certain security services?
Yeah, I did, because whatever thing happened in your generation, you will be old responsible, so you must know. You must know everything about your time, because it is time that defines a man, and that is what I'm doing. Alamisa being dressed as a woman was actually that question had been settled by the public before Alamisa, because it is published by the everyday manager that he apologized that Alamisa didn't dress as a woman. I cover it. The man said when he heard the rumor that Alamisa return from UK was a matrix, was unexplainable. So they had to cook up a story to cover their failure. Because talking about the United States of America, you are talking about one of the best security countries in the world, apart from United America. So a man beating that system, they have to take something for the blame. And they came up with a conspiracy theory that he must have dressed like a woman. So when the news...
Again, isn't that an indictment on their security services? How do you dress as a woman? How can you dress as a woman and evade security operative in Nigeria that is not exactly as security strong as the United Kingdom or the USA? We are porous around here, security-wise. Please, don't come for me. I'm only stating what I believe to be true.
If you want to take my place, you talk. You ask a question and I'm trying to reveal something you want to ask me the answer.
I'm not answering it, please.
So, listen so that you go home with something.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So when it came, many people were asking for questions. A lot of conspiracy theories. Some said it disappeared. Some said, is it not an Ogbesu son? In the Niger Delta, people fall into the water and disappear.
Does Ogbesu work in UK?
Let me say I came back home. That means Ogbesu works.
I mean, when you say disappear, I know they disappear. People they disappear. I know go like say I'm not saying they disappear. People they enter work.
You are asking me that
for UK, Ogbesu they work. Not simple thing. Yes, Ogbesu they work for UK, or you need to work for UK.
I want to shut down the educational system because a lot of times we go back simple question. What do you mean by simple question? I'm an adult, so if you ask me a question, you can't say yes or no. You allow me to elaborate. You are a product of the school system. You don't ask a man yes or no. No. So you listen and take your yes.
In elaborating, you sometimes don't even answer the question.
Why won't I answer? Because this is an historical moment. Why won't I answer? Because this time will go down in history. No, why won't I answer when you ask me a question?
Go ahead. Please answer the question, sir. Like this,
so people said it disappeared. And like you said, can Ogbesu work in the UK, the almighty UK? Then you have your answer. How did he come to Nigeria? If Ogbesu cannot make a man to disappear in the UK, in the United States of America, that means Ogbesu is an all-powerful phenomenon deity. Don't talk. I will let me to finish. Come on.
Okay.
The public is listening.
It's okay.
And they want to hear from me.
I'm not talking now. Please go ahead. I'm
so,
my thought.
There are a lot of conspiracy theories, and they wanted to study the life of the German. That these people go into the water and disappear. You will take them on a ride to the forest, they disappear. Alamisa must have been inspired by his Ogbesu deity. But we are talking about spirits. People feel they don't walk in the physical world. So we're looking.
Was also a deity. All the judges
you are interrupting the spirits that are here.
Go ahead, I'm so sorry, please.
And you may kill a cow for doing that.
I beg your pardon, please.
Okay. So people had to hold on to some concrete evidence. They want to go to the spiritual aspect of it, that Alamisa disappeared, that Ogbesu beat the almighty United States of America security system. So they came up with a story. He must have dressed like a woman. It was a hypothesis, documentary, structured story. So the Nigerian system bought the story and established it that Alamisa was dressed like, and this day newspaper manager wrote on the sketch that this work is a sketch work written below.
You mean the photos we saw there?
Yes, all the photos you saw. Okay. It was written, it was a sketch, not a real picture. And it was written because of the law. The man wrote, this is a mere sketch documentary. But Africa, we don't read. That is why I came back with these 3 books. Nobody saw what they wrote. All that they saw was a man dressed like a woman. And the writers of that particular story said, no, we just felt. That is our imagination.
Okay.
So I think he didn't dress like a woman.
Thank you so much for your response. And that is a very, very good response. That's you directly answering the question that's been asked. And that's clarified. I mean, you have taught me a lot too. I'm young. You're an elderly person. And I know that there's too many things to glean from you. And if I allow you to continue talking, there are so many more things I'll learn about Alamesia. And clearly you are blunt. You are not one who would hide whether the good side or the bad side. I really look forward to peering and doing this book cover to cover.
Thank you.
To really understand some of the things you've written about Alamesia, some of the things you've written about the Oru Tribe Called Izon, and also the Tantita scorecard. I particularly have interest in that area because I hope I'm there that day. I hope I don't have some event that takes me off. Yeah, but sadly we have to anchor at this point, and so I'm going to allow you to do maybe a message to Bayelson as regards your launching come August 27, like I stated, and do a parting shot on the conversation. Yes, you could also remind people on the particular day and those who are coming through. I mean, all of this.
Okay. As we go. A free child. I have to end my story with Izon. Izon. Yeah. I'm not an Englishman, so it gives me some difficulty to talk on what the Englishman has given to me. So let me come back home so that they will know that it is an Izon man that is talking.
Very much.
I'm not a product of King James, and I have a problem with King James and King Aries. Not you, the king.
Fine.
Anyway, Izon to the Imba by day. I mean, a big away. I can't predict with them. I can't buy. Me, I'm a few minutes bigger, but sir, I can't have a brigade fire. Yeah, I'm not going to have a few to go. I may have fear, I can't a minute away. A man, no rook at boy, a minute tamarack at boy, a man, no wing at boy. And a man bear on my bed and double a bed man. Commodical big, but a full launch in here, book launch here. But I think it is more than a book launch. It is a gathering of the people to chart a course for themselves. Because you know, a man, a great nation does not prepare for war in times of war. You prepare for war in time of peace. So some allow time, what do we do? So some allow time, do we learn from Alamesia? Do we learn from Chief Government Owisi Degbomugbolo? Do we learn from the Kingsley Cuckoos? Do we learn from Dr. Felix Twodolos? And not Benny Dominic to me. The president of this day is the president of INC. Oru Tribe go global parade moment baby. That may fumine may Germany is not going to be just a book. The whole world will hear you from this narrative. And the chief, Egbado will like better to the deities. When I call deities, I'm talking about God. Oh. I'm talking about Yahweh. Oh. I'm talking about Jehovah. I'm trying to reconcile what we call Yahweh as Oru. That the ancient of days, we are not different. So if you look at the behavior of the Israelites at the jaws, why are you behaving in the same manner? So if a pastor will see what I'm doing and say, demon, I think it's a misconception. We talk to the water, we talk to the air, we talk to the land. We are not demonic. Because if you want to go to war, a basic tells you, don't kill a child. It's against me because I'm holy. Don't steal. Don't do any bad thing. And that is what represents us. We are pure, we are righteous. So Mary minute 27th of Thursday. I may not say all because Dr. Kingsley Kuku promised that Izon is more than a tribe, Izon is a race. And on that day, he's going to expand on that argument. So, yeah, Klika Klimo, Kemotubo, the Bratwa, a project by Porotubo. Once again, government of Kwokekbeo, Tompolo Kwokekbeo, Kessin Pondo Kwokekpreo. I'm doing this because I'm a child of history. And if I don't give this thing to my children, what will happen to me? My little 14 years boy said, Dad, the Bible says if they slap you this one, give them the other one. If I slap a white man, would he give me the other cheek? I looked at the boy and I knew that the boy was inspired by the Oru phenomenon. How many people, 90 years, 80 years, they don't ask questions? The Bible says, 1950 says, if a man slap you, he give him the other one. But my son said, no. The white man won't take that, so why must I take that? So I'm trying to correct an impression that what was given was wrong. And this is the right record. Allow me to say in the face of history. The rise of a man and his fall and his mistakes. Because he was not a perfect man, but he was a good man. So, 27th, Mebumene, Wikime, Thursday by Nimelade, 2 o'clock, I'm coming to Benio. I come to Negbi with you. A lag by Abo, Dr. Kuku will talk about it. A lag by Abo, Dr. James Ekrade Niminebo will talk about it. A lag by Abo, the Governor General of his own nation, Senator Doedri, will take the day because he is the Governor General. And his own nation is under his watch. So I think he's coming personally because we have sent him his letter. We have sent Fobra his own letter. The Deputy Governor, Peter Akpe, wow, a wonderful spirit. Because he recently made a statement. He went to Pulu Festival and he saw some people with tie and suits. And the man said, what is happening to Africa? You came to a cultural background, festival with suit and come on, represent your culture. For the first time, I appreciated that man. That is not a pastor. He's a man loaded with wisdom. So thank you, the Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Dr. Akbe, for all that you have given to us. And for, but Gesikeme Akparakara, a day like this supposed to go live. Bible of the Paul Barasara, oh, I'm empty. I've given all. Nobody feel that they should be support me. So I need some warmness. I need some support.
All right.
Thank you. I want to appreciate my viewers, Erin, because the sharing of the message is more than what I expected. Because everything you see here is done by me, is done by my sacrifice. But a few names can be added. People like Dr. Kingsley Kuku, wow, he championed the cause. Dr. Felix Todolo, wonderful spirit. Dr. Dode Week, my uncle, oh, wonderful spirit. Tina Zoere, wonderful spirit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gesikeme Akparakara. As thunderous as it sounds.
Oh, yeah, I deliberately doing that.
Am I?
Oh, yes.
It's okay. But it's allowed though, is it?
Oh, sure, you're allowed.
Alrighty. My name is Henry Mwifula. It's been a thunderous discussion with Mr. Gesikeme Akparakara. August 27, we will dine, read, feast at the Naija House, Izon come August 27. Thank you so much for being a part of today's episode of Chat with Naija Live Television. From me and the entire team, bye-bye.
Your nation is listening. Chat with Naija Live TV. Speak boldly, think freely, be heard from every corner of Nigeria to the world. Your nation is listening. Chat with Naija Live TV. Speak boldly, think freely, be heard from every corner of Nigeria to the world.
Hello there, a jolly good day to you. Thank you for staying with us on Chat with Naija Live TV. My name is Henry Mwifula. And today we have an important conversation, an important guest, one who is not a stranger to Naija Live Television. He's not a stranger on Chat with Naija Live TV. This, I believe, is his second coming on Chat with Naija Live Television. And today we're discussing something important. We're discussing preserving the Izon history, leadership, and legacy. That's our focus for the conversation today. This is in view of a book launch that is due sometime the 27th of this month. And it's good to have you, Mr. Gesikeme Akparakara, one whose name is thunderous. It's good to have you yet again. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How have you been? How have you been?
Oh, fine.
I know it's been a minute since we last saw and spoke about your books.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that you're officially trying to launch it so the public can read of it.
Yeah.
The last time we had to do a lot of talk around your books, especially the Oru Tribe, where we had to go at each other a lot. We're going to have a conversation that I believe that is going to scale each of your books, the 3 books you're looking to launch come August 20.
Izon, the Ijo Nation. Are you ready? The Save Niger Data Initiative, in collaboration with Ijo National Congress, INC, Ijo Youth Council Worldwide, IYC, and Ijo Diaspora Council, present the tripartite book launch and award ceremony. Alami is here in the face of history. The Oru Tribe Called Izon and the Tantita Scorecard. Theme: Sustaining the Vision and Izon Development Agenda of High Chief Government Owezi Dekpemupulu for Future Generations by Dr. James Ekerare Niminebo. Books presenter: High Chief Engineer Kestin Ebimobowe Pandi, Managing Director, Tantita Security Services of Nigeria. Special guest of honor: His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Special guest of honor: His Excellency Senator Doyediri, Governor, Bayelsa State, and His Excellency Dr. Pastor Peter Perotubuakbe, Deputy Governor, Bayelsa State. Guest of honor: His Excellency Sir Simonalayi Fubara, Governor, Rivers State, and Our Excellency Professor Ngozi Odu, Deputy Governor, Rivers State. Other distinguished guests: Senator Dr. Henike Lokpobri, Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, His Royal Highness Dr. Samuel Obuku, MDCEO NDDC, High Chief Dr. Dennis Brutu Otwaro, Administrator, Presidential Amnesty Program, Honorable Barrister Kingsley Kemebra Dia Kuku, PhD, former Special Advisor to President Goodluck Jonathan on Niger Delta and former Chairman, Presidential Amnesty Program, Engineer Matthew Tonla, Chairman, Martin Engineering Nigeria Limited, and Mrs. Esther Tonla, High Chief Barrister McDonald Igbadiwe, President, Ijo National Congress, INC, Dr. Felix Twadolo, Pioneer President, IYC, and First Vice President, INC, Honorable Tina Zweri, PhD, CEO, King Kendrick Edisaye Foundation, Professor Mondi Celebi Gold, President, Ijo Diaspora Council, Dr. Dobra Collins Okotete, President, IYC Worldwide. Date: Thursday, 27th of August, 2026. Venue: Ijo House, Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. Time: 2 p.m. prompt. Come and hear the most important books of our history you've never heard before.
Can I kill a lion? Can I kill a tiger?
Izon, the Ijo Nation. Are you ready? The Save Niger Data Initiative, in collaboration with Ijo National Congress, INC, Ijo Youth Council Worldwide, IYC, and Ijo Diaspora Council, present the tripartite book launch and award ceremony. Alami is here in the face of history. The Oru Tribe Called Izon and the Tantita Scorecard. Theme: Sustaining the Vision and Izon Development Agenda of High Chief Government Owezi Dekpemupulu for Future Generations by Dr. James Ekerare Niminebo. Books presenter: High Chief Engineer Kestin Ebimobowe Pandi, Managing Director, Tantita Security Services of Nigeria. Special guest of honor: His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Special guest of honor: His Excellency Senator Doyediri, Governor, Bayelsa State, and His Excellency Dr. Pastor Peter Perotubuakbe, Deputy Governor, Bayelsa State. Guest of honor: His Excellency Sir Simonalayi Fubara, Governor, Rivers State, and Our Excellency Professor Ngozi Odu, Deputy Governor, Rivers State. Other distinguished guests: Senator Dr. Henike Lokpobri, Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, His Royal Highness Dr. Samuel Obuku, MDCEO NDDC, High Chief Dr. Dennis Brutu Otwaro, Administrator, Presidential Amnesty Program, Honorable Barrister Kingsley Kemebra Dia Kuku, PhD, former Special Advisor to President Goodluck Jonathan on Niger Delta and former Chairman, Presidential Amnesty Program, Engineer Matthew Tonla, Chairman, Martin Engineering Nigeria Limited, and Mrs. Esther Tonla, High Chief Barrister McDonald Igbadiwe, President, Ijo National Congress, INC, Dr. Felix Twadolo, Pioneer President, IYC, and First Vice President, INC, Honorable Tina Zweri, PhD, CEO, King Kendrick Edisaye Foundation, Professor Mondi Celebi Gold, President, Ijo